What's going on, guys? Chris here with Grenades Exotics. And I know I've been saying for countless videos that I'm going to do a room update video. And the time has finally come. So I actually had to go back and look at the last room update I did and see what all had changed since then, because it's been a while since I posted a whole room update. But let's take a look at some of the changes that have happened in this room so far. Alright, so I know you guys have seen these racks that I got. I actually do have snakes in them now. Did not get the, what was I going to? I was going to get either a Herpstat 4 and move the Herpstat 2 over here, or get a Herpstat, whatever. Didn't end up doing that yet. Still plan to do it. So these ones are just being run off those, the Hydrofarm thermostats for right now. Hopefully that'll change in the next few months. But these ones actually, they're up and running. Snakes in them. Everything's doing fine on these racks. So that's definitely one of the changes that have happened so far. Another one of the changes, I actually caught this off another YouTuber's video. I just got one of those little circular fans and put it up, mounted it up in the ceiling. The ceiling's definitely a little bit too low to have an actual ceiling fan in here, so I just got one of these, put it up in the rafters, and it's not running right now, but I normally have it running 24/7 just to pump some of the hot air back down to the bottom, because there's definitely a 4 to 5 degree temperature swing in the room between the floor and the ceiling. So that's one of the changes. I know I showed you that light before. I actually put another one over there, so the lighting in here is awesome now. Alright, so another little thing I got was this paper cutter. I actually started using, this is just craft paper, I think. Either craft paper or butcher paper. So I started using that. I got 2 different sizes, and I got that little cutter. Definitely makes things easier, and it doesn't, I got out of the newspaper because it was staining the tubs. And I know people complained about using newspaper with, any light colored snakes, because it would actually bleed into, it would get on the snakes, it would bleed into their scales. So I got away from that. So it's either white or brown paper. So I started using that. That's working out well. Another little update. I know I posted this on Instagram, but the water is up and running. So this is completely separate water. Got the hose hooked up, and I have another little bottle of water or two around here that I use for some of the smaller bowls. But this is a big help. I mean, I know there's literally a sanitary sink like 2 rooms away, but having it in here makes things 10 times easier. And I don't know if I showed you guys this, but the door is in and it's done. That helps a lot, because I can have the dogs in the other room. The other room we're actually in the process of finishing, but I can have the dogs downstairs now, and I can let them in here when I want them to be in here, and then still keep an eye on them when they're out there and have the door shut. Alright, last little update. My workshop is a disaster. So you guys have seen these two before, the two rodent racks. But I've just finished cutting all of the wood. My dad came over and gave me a hand getting all this done. Cut all the wood. There's wood there. I actually just ran to the farm store and got a whole bunch more bedding, and then there's feed in the other room. But basically what's going to be happening in here is the rat rack, or the bigger rodent rack, because there's mice in there too. We're going to be building 3 more of these, and we're going to get rid of this smaller one. It was the first one ever built. It still works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to move everything to this style rack. It's a lot easier to use, a lot easier to clean. So we're going to have 4 of those total. So hopefully with those 4, after 2 or 3 months of having the racks up and running, I will be able to produce more than enough rodents for everything I own, and maybe actually sell a little bit. The selling part I don't really care about, but I really underestimated how many rodents I was going to need when when breeding season started. I definitely wasn't expecting the 21 carpet pythons, so they really depleted a lot of my inventory rodent-wise. So I've actually had to buy rodents like every other week, and I honestly would rather spend the money on bedding and on food for the rodents and produce everything myself than have to give that money to somebody else. And it does kind of get old, you know, because I have to bounce back and forth between a couple different people to make sure I, you know, can get what I need, because they don't always have everything I need. So that's all the updates so far. So there you have it. Finally did a room update like I've been telling you I was going to do. Yeah, finished some of the projects that I've been talking about, in the middle of some of the projects, and I even have some new projects, you know, that I'm starting. So it's always going to be, you know, never-ending change of things. There's always going to be updates and expansions and stuff like that. You know, always got to try and, you know, keep moving forward with everything. Thanks for watching, guys. See you.